Oh man, this is gonna be a really rough one, huh? Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 46th episode of the show Power Rangers Zeo, as well as the 201st episode overall titled Another Song and Dance. We begin this episode at school where we get to see Tommy dancing to himself in the study area, and he's really just letting loose. Tanya walks up to him doing that and he's super embarrassed and he turns off the music. Tanya asks what he's doing and he says that he's practicing for his music class. This is super awkward and I love it. I guess Tommy was asked to sing in front of his class by his teacher and he's afraid that he's going to look dumb. Tanya then agrees to give him voice lessons that will help build up his confidence. Meanwhile in space, Rocket calls Tommy an airhead playing air guitar, which is great. Machina says they'll make sure the Rangers are singing a different tune by the time she's done. Out in the lake, Stone, Bulk, and Skull are out fishing, and Stone is trying to teach them to be patient and listen and concentrate. He tells them to listen to the water because it'll give them clues as to where the fish are, and Bulk and Skull stupidly try to get up close to listen to it. Then Stone says that he has a secret weapon after they fall into the water. Gasket and Archerina see this. Also, Tanya is trying to teach Tommy some simple scales, and Tommy really sucks. Then Machina says that her plan is that if Tommy can't stop singing, he won't be able to pilot his Zord. Machina says watch and learn. Then a laser hits the keyboard, hitting them. Tanya and Tommy cannot stop singing and rhyming couplets, and they basically say they need to go to Zordon to let him know about the spell that they're under. Stone shows his secret weapon to Bulk and Skull, a mechanized caterpillar to help them catch whatever. In the power chamber, everyone is there, and Tommy is like scream singing about how they need help, and Tanya even says how her throat hurts from this. The others mention how Tommy can't pilot his Zord now, and they start to get worried. I mean, when was the last time they used a red battle Zord? Gasket and Archerina see Stone's secret weapon, and they launch a beam down which collides with the water in the lake. Then Stone thinks that he has a really good fish hooked, and Bulk tries to help him reel it in, and the boat just starts moving on its own, getting tugged away. Then an explosion goes off in the water, revealing a monster that was made from Stone's caterpillar. Skull then swims back to the boat to get to safety. Gasket then says from inside an army of ships that since he has his own monster, the Rangers can't stop him. They start firing at the city. Then the Rangers in the power chamber see that Gasket is attacking, and Jason says he'll go and fight him solo with Pyramidas. However, Tommy and Tanya scream sing about how they can't do that. Adam asks if he could still pilot the Red Battle Zord, and I guess that's just a thing Alpha can change. Okay. Adam will take on the Quadrifighters while the others try to take on Macalipillar. Tanya then screams about how they have to stop this crime, after Tommy says, "It's morphin' time!" They come out in the Super Zeo Megazord fighting the Quadrifighters. Then Macalipillar shows up thanks to Gasket and Archerina, and it comes charging at the Super Zeo Megazord. Remember how Adam and Jason were going to literally do anything? Yeah, oh well. Then a ship releases more Quadrifighters and they start firing at the Zord holding bay. Jason tells Alpha to initiate the Zord evacuation procedure. They pretty much just lower the Zords into the ground, and by the way, they're just the toys. Jason says that now the Zords have been taken care of, he's just gonna go to the Zord holding bay while Adam takes the Red Battle Zord. It's morphin' time. Then Adam comes flying in the Red Battle Zord, taking on Macalipillar, just punching it over and over again. Adam says it worked, so he has full control. I feel like this could have been done when Tommy couldn't focus because of his brother before. Wait a second, where the hell did his brother go? The cogs are on the ground looking to see if they destroyed the Zords, but then Jason comes flying in, taking them on to stop them from doing something, I guess. Gasket calls for the monster to divide and conquer, which is done, splitting up and attacking the Zords. It even attacks the Red Battle Zord, which makes Adam lose control over it, and now it's dancing. And so is the Super Zeo Megazord. What? I mean, both of them are just dancing now for some reason, and there's a super serious music behind this, like I'm supposed to care or think that this is like tense. Then the Rangers get knocked out of their Zords, falling onto the ground. They fire at the monster with their Zeo laser pistols, and Tanya hits a note as she fires. Okay, I have to admit, they were on it for this ADR session. Then Archerina shows up with Gasket and Cogs, and they're all fighting. At least this part is cool. That's literally it for this episode though. Then the monster spits out green rays at the Rangers on the ground, making them collapse. Jason defeats all the Cogs, and he hears from Zordon, who tells him to get into Pyramidas and go save the others. Then we see that the ships are starting to abduct the Megazords, and they believe that they've won once and for all. Then Jason just comes rolling in Pyramidas, and he uses its laser thing to just blow the monster up. I mean, that was a whiplash and a half. Sprocket and Machina say that they really miss Mondo because they just keep losing, and Mondo is just there now. What? Yeah, he's back now. Tommy meets with the others at the youth center and he gets an A on his project. Also, since they defeated the monster, the spell went away and Rocky is just a dick, saying that he's glad it's over because Tommy really sucks at singing. Then Kat says that she thought it was kinda cute. Why? Also, Bulk and Skull come in smelling like fish. They demand food from Emily, who says that the afternoon special is fish. We get it. The end. This episode was another rough one, to say the least. I mean, it was a creative sort of rough though, if that helps at all, but the way that they just unceremoniously plopped Mondo back into the show without any real conversation about it was real bad. Also, the singing spell had one single purpose. Tommy can't use his red Battle Zord now. And Alpha fixed that problem in like 30 whole seconds. Like, what was the point of this? I feel like instead they could have made it an episode about how the Rangers found out that Mondo was almost done being rebuilt, so they have to try to stop them, but instead they send down a monster, so they fail in the end because they get distracted by the monster, plus Casket and Archerina. Instead we got Jason David Frank doing his best with singing while Nakia Burrise did just the same. Oh well. Next time we have a very special event coming up that will change things pretty heavily, but until then may the power protect you.